So
Have you?
I suppose you have seen the corrections I sent you back,
Yeah, we have.
Thank you.
and then I suppose that arose some questions.
I have two questions
Okay.
when you want them.
Hmm.
Shall I give them to you now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Number one,
Yep.
where is my bag?
Okay.
And I understand that I missed out on, so I get
Oh,
that. But
yeah.
what about the order of the words? Because I put bag as the subject first,
Hmm. Yep.
but on Celia's, Celia put koya first. Where is? Does it matter
Yep.
which way around you do it?
It is possible both way.
Okay.
You see, sometimes you put the where, okay, the where first, and sometimes you put the object first. For
Okay.
instance, it depends on the choice of the speaker. Where is my bag, right? Then we say kaib koya oma or koya kaib oma.
Okay. It can
But
be.
Yeah.
yeah, I prefer to put the object first.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I've got that one. Thank you.
Okay.
The second one was just number two. Where is your sister?
Yeah.
And I was mixed up on the word for sister. I think Celia was too. I think we both.
Where is your sister?
I had
So usually we put the object first. Okay.
so
Your
sister.
sister is na'u. If you want to emphasize the gender, you can say na'unu,
Okay.
and then the question word koya a.
Okay. Got it. So
Okay.
I missed out. Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where? Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry if you already answered this, Michael, just a moment ago, but can you explain again the significance of adding om?
Yep.
Because I missed that on these first two.
Yeah. That's a very good question.
I didn't get that either. Mm.
I missed it.
So, okay. When we ask in English, where is, then you are asking about the location of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, to ask the location of something or somebody, we use koya om a. Koya oma. This om is somebody or something is at a certain place.
That's why. See, I went down the line of using pen or
Yeah.
because it's is.
I saw that.
What should I say? Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't.
See, this refers to the existence of something or somebody at a certain place.
I kept putting it in where it was not necessary.
So, for example, where is your sister becomes naunu koya om a. The reason we use om, this om is like this is in English. Without om, then your question would sound like, where your sister? It's very broken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It becomes a broken language. So this om is we use as is in English. Steve, does that answer your question?
Very helpful. Yeah, I hadn't kind of made the link to is, which is helpful.
Yeah.
So where you have the word did, like in question 6, where did you find this? But you don't need on then.
Because you don't ask where something is.
Yeah. Okay.
Is used only when you ask where something or somebody is.
Okay, and it's also used for are.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry. It's also used for live.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The word for live can be or Teizang.
Yeah.
But formally, you choose this Teizang to mean live. Formally.
Okay.
In informal setting, yes, you can use either one you like. Then this can be it can be a temporary. It can be temporary situation. But this then is more like live, like permanent one.
Okay.
Okay.
I have another question, and it relates to number 1 and number 8, where you define my key in number 8
Yes.
as kartor.
Yep.
So car is my.
Yes. Dot is key.
And it's in number 8. It's 2 separate words.
Like what?
Whereas in number 1, my bag, which is car ip,
is
1 word.
Yeah. In number 8.
Number 8 is kartor, my key, 2 words.
Yeah, this separation, kaib kato. If you separate this one, it is still okay. Kaib kato. But usually, when how do we say, when the combination of these 2 words means one single noun, yes, people usually combine the words. Okay. But for most people, it doesn't matter whether you combine them or separate them, because it is no difference in meaning whether you combine them or not. But if it does have a different meaning in combination or without combination, then you need to be careful.
Okay.
Thank you.
And any more questions?
Not from me.
Yeah. Can I just, sorry, I'm sorry if I'm being a bit silly.
Okay.
But in number 3,
yep,
are equals om.
Sorry?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so okay, I've got it. So it's just that om can mean so many things, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's is and om.
Om can be used as the verb is, or it can mean live.
And it means are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are the children?
Yeah.
Yeah. The verb be.
Place.
It's a verb, isn't it, in number 3?
Yeah, it's just a plural of is, isn't it? It's. Where is the
child? That's a good way of looking at it, Phil. Thank you.
Where is the child? Where are the children?
Oh, thank you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Where are the children? Here in this question, the noun, the subject is the plural, right? That's why. You don't normally say just because this noun is the plural. Then we put Now pangte ko ya omwa. But if you happen to say like this, and it is also understandable. Now pangte ko ya oma.
Okay.
But it is not very formal.
Yeah.
Tony, what about you? Have you got any questions?
Only if I can go back a week, if you don't mind. Is that okay? I was just trying to
Yeah,
work some
okay.
stuff out from the previous week.
Yeah.
So we were looking at I will, obviously, because
Mhm.
and so I was trying to put down all the examples. So
Yep.
I've got motor sack, lay tong a, I'll buy a new car.
Let Lei Tong A, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, motor sack I had before, but that's fine. Yeah, okay. Now I wanted to say we will buy a new car. Is that
Oh,
lay tong ue?
no, no, no. Then you have to look at this Tong.
Yeah.
Tong is Tong A. Okay. Let me write in the equivalent. I will be Tong A.
Mhm.
And you will would be to Tei.
Yep.
She will would be
Ue.
to
Yeah.
A. And the plural, okay?
Yep.
They will would be to A. And
Yep.
we will would be Dong A. Dong.
Okay.
The sound is a bit long. Dong. Dong. Here is the stress is very short. Okay. Dong A. Dong. But here you stress a bit longer. Dong. That it means we.
Okay, thank you. And then I had one more question. So you said when we get to my aunt, we'll buy a new car, and we had Kani in motor sack lay doe.
Yeah.
If I make that plural, the guest will buy a new car. So we had isn't a do I need an in after that as well? When it's
So would you please
pronoun.
Okay, what you say what you say in the
The
full
English
sentence?
Yeah, the English is the guest will buy a new car.
Oh, the guest will buy a new car, right?
But yeah.
So
So when it was Anne, it was Kani,
yeah,
in.
the guest it be Zin. Oh, sorry, Zin te Zin.
Yeah.
Zin te. Then we put in. Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was trying to get at.
Moto lei to. The guest. Remember, the guest is a plural word. Then we use
Yeah.
ue.
That's fine. Thank you. That's very helpful.
Good. And any more question?
Nope.
Nothing from me.
Steve, what about you?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Then now we go to the next question word. We finished where, right?
Mhm.
Now we should do who. Who is gua? Gua. Or some people would say aqua. Aqua or gua. So the ending of a question depends on the type of subject used. Like where are you? Okay. So the ending depends. The ending of a question sentence is determined by the subject. So for example, let's say, who are you? Then here the subject is you. So you say nang gua na. Nang is the you, okay? And gua is who. Then this na represents the are. Nang gua na. Who are you?
Can you say that again? Sorry, that explanation of them. Sorry.
Yep. So
Mm.
here, who are you? You is nang. Oh, sorry. You is the nang,
Mhm.
and this gua is for who.
Yeah,
You who are, like this. The order.
I
The
get
order
you.
would be you who are.
Mhm. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Then who is she? Here the subject is different. Then you say she, ama, ama, she, ama. You can use aqua, ah. If the subject is singular, then the question ends with ah. Ma aqua. Then who am I? So remember the I in the homework the other day. Ka. It ends with ka. Okay. So but since this is the since it's the question, we begin with a noun. So first, kay aqua ka. This kay is I, and aqua is who, and m should be ka. Kay aqua ka. Who am I? So we use ka because the subject is I. We use because the subject is a singular, and we use na because the subject is you.
Mm.
And who are they? They is amau. Okay, amau. Amau. Aqua. Ah. So in this example, even though the subject is plural, we don't use ah. No, we don't say like that. We just say ah. Amau aqua. With this who, okay, with this who, don't say ah.
Mhm.
Michael, can I just ask?
Okay.
You. I think you explained this, but I haven't got it yet. Why,
Okay.
has qua got an A in front of it for the last two? Aqua.
Yeah, aqua.
You-
Qua and aqua, the same.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I've got it at the top there. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah. Okay.
So when this who is asked with the verb be are, m is are, okay, then the ending is who are you? Nang qua na. But in this example, even if you want to say aqua, it is okay. Nang aqua na.
Okay.
Nang aqua na. And who is she? Then ama qua a. Without a, you can use who is she? Ama qua a or ama aqua a.
Mhm.
It depends on your choice. No
Okay.
difference. But when this who question, the question what who, when you when this who question is the subject, for example, the subject of a question, then we use guan. Guan. Not gua, okay? But guan. So, for example, who took my book? What is the Teizang word for took? The word for took is la.
La.
Not la, but low voice. La, low
La.
falling. Yes.
Ah.
So when we say this la, what do you remember? A song, right?
La la, yes. Singing.
Yes, song. It is a
Mm.
song. La sa.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the word is the same, and the sound is also the same. La la.
Ah.
La as a verb can be take. And la as a noun is song or hymn.
Mm.
The part of speech is different. La
Mm.
as a verb means take, and la as a noun means song or hymn. So you differentiate the meaning based on the situation it is used. When I say lasatong, then I don't mean taking something. Lasa is singing. Okay, and when I say kalai bua kwan la means who took my book, but in this context I don't mean singing because I mentioned my book and thing, so it is clear that I mean taking something. So you have to differentiate the meaning based on the situation it is used. So for example, let me write la save. And okay, here in this first example, la sa. When you use sa, it means sing. So it's like sing a song. Okay, and in the second example, kaip is my back. So since you see my back, it is sure that this sentence doesn't mean singing. So it would like take my back.
Mm-hmm.
Here, this la, and here's la again. But we look at the words following them. Sa means sing, and then it means sing a song. But in the second sentence, we do have la, but before that la, we have kaip my back, and it's nothing to do with singing. So take my back.
So
You
if
can
you were to
understand.
say, who took my bag?
Mhm.
You,
Then who took my bag? In this question, we are asking the subject, right? The subject. Then
so
aku
yep.
say Guan. We start with Guan. So Guan kaip la or kaip Guan la. Since this is a question, then we put ah. Ah. So you can start with Guan or you can start with the object. Kaip Guan la. Who took my bag? Oh, sorry, book. Okay. Sorry. Let me write again. I misused the word. book is Lai Bu. Kalai Bu Guan La A or Guan Kalai Bu La A. Yeah. Lai Bu is book. My book is Kalai Bu. Who and La is took. Kalai Bu Guan La A. And you start with the who. Guan Kalai Bu La A.
So sorry, which of those two is correct?
Both of them are equally correct.
Okay. And they both mean who took my book.
Yeah. So the first word, Kalai Bu, the object, and here the first word is the who. So which one do you put first is your choice. You can start with the object in the question, or you can start with the who.
And la is used for both took and take.
Yeah.
Brothers
Took, take. We don't have the different verb forms.
Yeah.
But in English, you do have 4 forms, right?
Mm,
Take,
it's-
took, taken.
Keep remember that.
Mhm. So if you know the base form, then it is quite enough to say in Teizang.
Yeah, thank you.
So in English,
Yeah.
we could change the order of that sentence ourselves. And if we said, my book, who took it?
Yeah.
That would be an emphasis by putting my book first. Does that come across in Teizang with the different order or not?
Here in the different orders of this question, there's no specific emphasis.
Okay. Thanks.
But we do have some you see, we do have some structures to emphasize something. For example, like in this, who took my bag? So it should be like, who is it that took my bag? Who is it that took my bag? Then we emphasize the who or the book, but a different style, a different structure. We will discuss later.
Okay.
Not now, because I'm afraid it might confuse you more.
Sure.
Okay, let's move on. So, who stole my, let's say, is it a plural form? Like this?
That's how we would say it, yeah.
Flip flop.
Yeah.
OPS.
Unless they just stole one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Then you'd be looking for a one-legged thief.
Single-eyed person. So,
Okay.
yeah, even though you say this in the past verb, in Teizang, there's no past verb. So we just say, Ka kedap. Okay, kedap is the flip-flops. Ka kedap, guan. Ngu is steal. Ngu a. Remember NGU. Ngu. That's the sound you find it difficult to pronounce. Ngu.
Ooh.
Ngu.
No.
Oh,
Ngu. Ngu.
oh.
Yeah. It sounds
Okay, that's
quite
cool.
close.
Ah.
Kedap guan ngua. And we have another choice. Guan. Okay. Gua or guan. Guan. Kakedap. Wah.
I'm sorry to be so slow, Michael, but just remind me why car is in there. Is that my?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
flip-flops. Kakedap.
No.
So if I put that way, then it should be easier. Kakedap. My flip-flops. So here you start with the object, okay? And here you start with the who. And there's no difference. The same. Remember, we're asking the subject, okay?
Okay.
Well, then who broke my glasses? So what is the word, the Teizang word for brick?
Kissia. Kissia.
Kisya. Well, okay, this calls for a deeper discussion. You see, brick in English can be used in many ways. I break the mirror, okay, and my car break. But in Teizang, we use this brick depending on who does the action. So let me give you one. Kisya is, oh, sorry. Let me just say something, okay? Something stops working or stop functioning. Nobody is at fault. So my watch is not working, okay? And we don't mention who does the action. So in this situation, we say kisya. And number two, kitam is like something breaks. For example, glass, pot. Okay. Mirror, kitam. Heart. And head. Sorry. I don't suppose you use break somebody's head in English.
Not normally.
Yes, I like in a road accident. Like in a road accident, the injured person has, you see, the head is
Damage?
the head is damaged. Yeah, then we say
We'd call it a
kitam.
brain injury, a head injury, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Head injury.
Yeah, the injury of a bone,
Yeah.
the skull. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it is frayed or something, but we say kitam to mention the condition. And when somebody calls something, then sia sak, we put sak is cause something. So I broke the I broke my, let's say, my glasses. I broke my glasses. In this sentence, in Teizang perspective, we emphasize this I caused the glasses to break. The subject is responsible. Okay, the subject is responsible for this this incident. That's why we put sesak. So, for example, I borrowed your calculator. Then I use this calculator. I type I press on the buttons, and then later it stops working. Then I am responsible. I am at fault. So you say I broke your calculator, but in Teizang, gisesak, sesak. I cause it to break. I cause the action. I am at fault. It means that. So then sesak, we use sesak. Then another one. If I break something, tam sak. You see, let's say I'm holding an egg, and suddenly I let go of it, and it falls down, and it breaks. Then I made it break. So in English, you simply say, I broke the egg, right? Because I am the one who did this. But we say, tam sak, yeah. You can put, or you can leave it up. Tam sak. Like a glass pot, yeah, like egg, mirror, and then you say tam, kitam.
So would you say that taksak is when you did it intentionally?
Oh no, sorry. Tam sak.
Tasak.
Tam sak.
Tamsak.
Well, whether it is intentionally or accidentally, it doesn't focus that way. But what it really focuses is the one who does the action, the one who is responsible. So if I use your glasses and I break your glasses, then I should say tamsak, because I caused your glasses to break. I am the one at fault. It means that. So when we say tamsak, the subject is at fault. The subject is to be blamed.
Very close to number 3, isn't it? Number 3 and number 4 seem very similar.
Yeah, it depends on the element. Okay, the element. Something not working. You say sesak. You make something to stop working.
Okay.
Then you make something break. Then tamsak. Here, the base form is kisia, is stop working on its own. Nobody is at fault. Kisia. And kitam is something breaks, but we don't mention who is responsible.
Yeah.
We just mention something breaks. But if someone is involved in this incident, then we use sesak or tamsak.
I see the connection between 1 and 3 and the connection between 2 and 4.
Yes, exactly. They are connected. Here in this number one and number 3, they are the same, but in number 3 we include the person who does the action.
So why are they so much different? What is the sack bit of both the others of 3 and 4?
Sak is you make something happen.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Make something happen.
Mm.
So let me write in English, okay? In simple form. Can you notice the difference? My watch is broken. I just mentioned the situation, the condition of my watch. My focus is not who does it, but what happens to something. It's just my focus. But in the second, Tony broke my watch. Then my focus is the one who did the action to my watch. Then I say, Kanai Kisia is my watch is broken. I don't mention who is responsible. But in the second, Tony broke my watch. Then I mention who did that. I mentioned the one who's responsible for all this. So Tony in, Kanai Sesak. He made it broken. He made it break. He made it stop working. So sak means cause something, make something happen.
And the in there is showing that he did it in action.
In shows the subject. Yeah. Who did. Yeah.
Who did it? Mm.
Then sorry. My cup broke. Let's say it's a glass. Okay, a glass, a cup. Then it broke. Then I don't want to say who did that, but I just want to focus what condition it is.
Yeah.
Then I say kitam. Kahai, my cup, kitam broke. I don't mention who did that, but
Tony broke your cup.
let's say Tony again. Okay, then Tony in, because we mentioned the subject. Kahai kitam sak. He made it. He made it. He made it break. You can leave out ki.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs. You can also say kitamsa, the same. Tony broke my glass, my cup. It is Tony who did that. So, is it confusing enough?
Thank you.
Is you make something happen.
Yeah.
So you can use suck with many other verb. For example, ding. What is that? Ding. Stand. Right. And kung is sit and sleep. Sorry. Sorry. Lum is sleep. Then pai is go, right?
Yeah.
And zang is use. And kap is cry. And nui is laugh. Then okay. So in English, you have a certain form like make somebody or something. But so an example, he made me laugh. So this subject, he, is the one that caused, right? That caused me to laugh. So in this situation, in Teizang, we put sak after the verb. Nui sak. He made me laugh. To make something or somebody does something, we put sak after the verb. So let me write again. I will first write in English. To buy, let's say, my dad got me to buy the newspaper. Sorry, made. So in these examples, I think you have different meanings, right? My dad got me to buy the newspaper. Tony, what does this sentence mean in English? What are the differences between these four sentences?
The second one is force.
Forcing, yes.
Yeah.
The first one,
It's probably some
Ask.
incentive or something like that. Yeah. Involved.
I will put some more. My to buy, okay?
Yeah.
Then I suppose this will clarify what I want to mention.
First one is used, isn't it?
Sorry?
The first one is he used me, utilized me to buy something.
Okay. And the second force and the that, like a request,
Yeah.
like a request.
The same as
And yeah, the fourth one, allowing,
Allowing, yeah.
permitting, and the fifth,
Command.
And
my dad told me to buy.
Command.
Command. It can be a command or like using
mhm.
in a natural sense.
Yeah.
And my dad asked me to buy.
Request.
request. Yeah.
So in all this situation, we put verb and sak. To mean all this situation, okay? Maybe it's using, utilizing, maybe it is a forcing, and maybe requesting, maybe allowing. In all of these situations, we use verb plus sak.
So are you saying, Michael, that those subtle differences in English aren't really present in Teizang?
No. So you see, in English, you have different ways to say things depending on the situation or your feeling or your attitude towards something or somebody, right? So in Teizang, when somebody when you say this to a Teizang person and they translate you, they will just say sak, bai sak, lei sak. There's no other way to say.
Mm-hmm.
This one sak is enough to mean all this got somebody to do, make somebody buy, had me buy things. So you have more ways of saying things, but in Teizang just one. So let me give in English. Let me write in English. God makes me happy, let's say. Then, pasien in, ong, lung dam sak. Yes, that's it. Ong means me, okay? Pasien in, subject to object me. God, the subject to the object me. Pasien in, ong, lung dam sak, make happy. So let's write in the verb form. let's say again, John made me laugh. Then John in ong as the object me, laugh is nui, and make sak nui sak. John in ong nui sak. And another example. Mary, let me enter, or let me use the computer. Mary, let me use the computer. Then in Teizang, Mary as subject in. Okay? In, then we put the object. Computer, ong as the object me. Zang is use, and let is sak. Mary in, computer, ong zang sak. You see, we put the object right after the subject, okay? Mary in, ong zang sak alone can be Mary, let me use. Use what? Then computer, then we put here. Mary in, computer, ong zang sak.
So can you, sorry,
Okay.
can I change that into a different form? What we might say in English, Mary's on the computer and I want to use it. I would say, Mary, let me use the computer. That just the way we say it again would get that across. How would you say that in Teizang?
Mary,
Can I use the computer?
computer, ong
Yep.
zang sak ve.
Sorry.
It is a
Yes,
kind.
of course,
It is a
yeah.
kind of how to say, asking for permission.
Yeah,
Asking
that's
for
good.
permission. Yes.
Thank you.
Computer ong zang sak ve. Let me use. So let me see. Ong en sak ve. Okay. Let's say, or okay, strong. The word for strong is hard or ta hard, tahat, hard or tahat. The word of God makes me strong. Then the word of God is pasien kamal. Kamal is the word that you speak from your mouth. Pasien kamal in ong hat sak. Pasien kamal as the subject to the object me, make strong. Hat sak. So the direct translation, the direct order of the English would be the word of God, me, strong, make. So back to the question. Who? Okay. then Guan. Okay. So who broke my glasses? Then we have two options. Begin with the question word or begin with the object. So the first, ka mit lim lang. Okay? Ka mit lim lang. Guan. Tam sak. Tam sak. Cause something to break. Ka mit lim lang. Guan tam sak. Or you can start with the question word. Guan. Ka mit lim lang. Tam sak. Celia, are you following?
Yeah, I think so. Whether I'm retaining it is another matter. Fine.
Is there really no preference between
No.
the two? Like, it doesn't matter either one or the other.
No. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So now I begin here. I begin with the object, right? My glasses, and then in the next sentence I begin with the who. There's really no difference.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I've forgotten what the R means again. Sorry. At the end.
As a question.
The question. Yeah. Yeah. To go with the who.
It's those questions.
Mm.
Then here, who put the book on the table? This on the table is a place word, right? Then now we start with the question word. Guan. Table is subway. Subway is the table on. So on shows the place. Then we say tung a on something. The preposition. Guan subway tung a lại Goi a. Goi here. Goi is the verb. Put. Who on the table? The book. Put. The order is that way. Guan. Who? So I will rewrite with a very short sentence and extend again. Who put? Should be Guan. Goi a. Okay. And who put the book? Would be Lai Bu Goi a. We have two options because you can start with the object. Lai Bu Guan Goi a. So here, let's say number one, and this number two. Okay. Then number three, we put and we add another word. Who put the book on the table? many options. We start with the who, Guan, Saboy, Tung A, Lai Bu, Koi Ah. And another option, wow. Sorry. Oh, let me go back. What? Sorry. Okay. Wow. Again. So it is. I will read them out. Okay. Who put should be Guan Goi Ah, and who put the book should be Guan Lai Bu Goi Ah, or you can start with Lai Bu, the object Lai Bu Guan Goi Ah. And that one, who put the book on the table, it could be Guan Saboy Tunga Lai Bu Goi Ah. And Lai Bu Saboy Tunga Guan Goi Ah. And the last one is mixed with the previous sentence. So Saboy Tunga Guan Lai Bu Goi. I will write again the time. Now this is the time. Saboy Tunga Guan Lai Bu Goi Ah. This one here, it is not clear. So look at this. So the simple question is who put? Then you say Guan Goi Ah. And if there is an object in the question, you put the object before this question or after this question word. So Guan Lai Bu Goi Ah. Then the object comes in the middle, come right after the question word who. Or the object can lead the question. Lai Bu, the book, who, Guan, put, Goi. And who put the book on the table? We have time, so a place, okay, the end verb of place. Then we have three options. Who, Guan, on the table, Saboy Tunga, Lai Bu Goya, put the book. Or Lai Bu, you can start with book and Saboy Tunga on the table. Who, Goi, put. Or you can start with the place. Saboy Tunga on the table. And who, Lai Bu, object, Goi, put. You have three options.
Are they all used equally?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I told you in our previous lesson, I think in our first lesson or second lesson, we have no specific rules in language structure. And so far,
I'm sorry.
okay, in terms of Teizang language, there is no linguist, there is no expert in Teizang no such person. So people speak as they like. I mean, the order of a sentence is quite complex and, well, sorry, it's not like English. This the say the weak point of our language. You see, in English you have a specific structure and order of a sentence, but in Teizang we don't have such things. So, in very simple one, who used, then in Teizang should be one zang. If there is no object, the question begins with who. And if there is an object, then you have who used my phone. Then here we have the object. Then we have two options. You can start with the object or you can start with the question. Let me start with the object. We use the English word for this. Kafong guan zang. Okay. Here I start with the object. Then I can also start with the who. So I say guan ka phone zang a. That's your choice. You can start with the object or you can start with the question word. If you start with the question word and the object follows the question word. Then, if you have a time phrase or adverb of place, then you have more options. Who use my phone this morning? Here, this morning is the time word, right? Then you can start with this time word. Teizang san. Okay? Teizang san. You start with the time word, then you follow this order. You have two options. Okay? You can start with the object, Teizang san, ka phone guan zang a. Or you can start with the who, Teizang san, guan ka phone zang a. You follow the order of number two. So I ka phone guan zang a. Yeah, remember, see, this one and this one, the same.
Mhm.
I just put the time word, the time phrase at the beginning, but the order is like number two. You can use either structure. So I write again. Teizang san. Then I follow this. Teizang san. Guan ka phone zang a. Okay. Then between this who and the object, you can squeeze in the time word. This one. So I will squeeze in guan Teizang san ka phone zang a. Wow. Here I just squeeze in the time word between the who and the object. It is also another way of making sentence, especially when you have time words. Then you can put anywhere you like, sometime in the beginning or sometime between the question word and the object, but not at the end of the sentence. Just the first, just as the beginning, or in the middle, just between the question word who and the object my phone. This is the common order of question. do you think?
Yep, I get that. That's fine. Thank you.
It's quite hard, isn't it, to understand what is the most suitable, or maybe that's something you just get used to in conversation.
You see, we have no such like common thing, common thing that you used to say. You see, you can say one of these three ways. Okay, it's not. How do we say? None of this is. None of this is common. I mean, you can say like this, and you can say like this, and you can say like this.
So they're all equally acceptable and equally used.
Equally used, yeah. So one of your neighbors would say like this, and your next door neighbor would say like this, and your friend from the church would say like this. So all of them are equally used.
I can't think of any examples, but I'm sure we have the same thing in English where it has to do with the person's personality as much as anything. Some people will say it one way and other people will say the same thing but a different order of words, but it's just what they're used to.
But you see, in English, when you change the order of the words, then the whole sentence can have a different meaning or emphasis.
Mm.
Like we have in English, we have this kind of I knew nothing about computer, let's say. So let me change the order. After this, okay. So what kind of sentence has it become? Nothing did I know about computer.
I think that's in the King James version.
It's broken.
It's only, I suppose you know this. What's the difference? Nothing did I know about computer.
I'm not sure how I would differentiate them, really, I must admit. There's a tense in there, but I don't think you're focusing on the tense.
So according to the English grammar books published by Cambridge University and Oxford, they call this to emphasize. We call this inversion of sentence, inversion of words.
Okay.
And, the meaning is the same, but here in the second sentence, the main focus is nothing. I know nothing. The fact that you know nothing is the main focus.
It just struck me that the second one, it was what my joke was about. It is more old-fashioned, I would say.
And kind of emphatic as well.
Yeah, emphatic. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Emphatic sentence.
Yeah.
Sometimes we hear emphatic sentence in songs like little did I know, like this. I used to hear this from music. We had to learn like emphatic sentence, emphatic. But I don't know what you call it.
Little did I know is kind of used in a context of where you're going to be surprised.
Yeah.
Because there was more to it than you thought. That kind of
I
thing.
know this was going to happen.
That's another meaning.
I think that earlier one where you says you got nothing did I know about computer, that might crop up more in literature than in spoken, because if it's spoken, you would lay emphasis on the word nothing. You'd say, I knew nothing about, but you can't get that emphasis.
Yeah, in spoken informal, people would say, oh,
Anything.
Anything.
I didn't know anything about.
no, like the Americans.
I know nothing.
Okay.
Some American people say after this negative, they use this nothing.
That's a double negative, isn't it?
Yep. You don't know nothing.
Yeah. You must know something.
Or I know
Mm.
You say, in we normally say like this, but they, whether intentionally or I don't know, they would say, I didn't know nothing, to emphasize that they knew nothing. That's quite strange. This this beyond the grammar rules.
Yeah.
From the way we learn as a second language speaker. Well, so
wow.
basically, today's lesson is a bit, how do we say, backbreaking.